was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair, she broke your throne, she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Maybe I have been here before, I know this room, I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
With every passing day, we are learning more about one of the gunmen, Eric Harris, the young man with the hateful website. The latest on what investigators have turned up on him now from NBC's Roger O'Neill.
Expressions of sympathy today where Eric Harris lived. A teddy bear left in his front porch, a note of prayers left in the mailbox, but also new questions. The Marine Corps confirmed today it rejected Harris's bid to enlist just 5 days before the deadly rampage. Could that have pushed him over the edge? The 18-year-old had passed 2 preliminary screenings, but on April 19th, the Thursday before the shootings, in his home on Reed Street with his parents there, he was disqualified. A medical reason, the Corps said. Sources say Harris was being treated by a psychiatrist and was on medication. While autopsy results show no drugs or alcohol in his system, it's not clear if authorities tested for prescription drugs. Eric was the young...
On the morning of April 20th, before noon, I received a phone call, and in a panic-stricken voice, Dan's mom said to me, "Ryan, have you heard from Dan? Do you know what's going on?" And I said no. And she told me that 2 gunmen had entered Columbine High School with machine guns and hand grenades, and they were killing kids. And so me and my coworker dropped what we were doing and we headed towards the school. And we got to where we could look across a park and see the school. And there were 2 police cars there blocking our way and we couldn't go any further. And we stood there watching, and a lady burst out her front door and she was screaming and crying. And she said to the police, "Save that boy. Do something, save that boy." And that's really where I realized how bad things were. We heard they were going to start bringing school buses. And the first bus came, and I watched as the kids got off. And they'd run to their parents, and they'd cry and they'd hug. And all too often I heard this hollow promise: "You'll never set foot in that school again." When the last bus came, it was empty. When the next morning came, we opened the newspaper, and there was a picture of a young man wearing a green shirt and blue jeans, lying dead on the sidewalk. It was my son. That was our only notification.
There was a time you let me know what's real and going on below, but now you never show it to me, do you?
Tell me that you turned down the man who asks for your hand, 'cause you're waiting for me. And I know you're gonna be away a while, but I've got no plans at all to leave. Would you take away my hopes and dreams and just stay with me? Come to life while I'm stumbling home, as drunk as I have ever been, and I'll never leave again, 'cause you are the only one, and all my friends have gone to find another place to let their hearts collide. Just promise me you'll never leave again, 'cause you are the only one. Take my hand and my heart and soul, I will only have these eyes for you. And you know everything changes, but we'll be strangers if we see this through. You could stay.
People around this country, and for that matter around the world, are reacting tonight to the terrible news of the death of Robin Williams. A statement from his wife confirming his death alludes to his battle with depression, and now we know why. The 63-year-old actor and comedian died of an apparent suicide. He was among the most beloved contemporary American entertainers, a product of the Juilliard School here in New York, a veteran of improv and stand-up comedy, who then won an Oscar for a serious movie role in Good Will Hunting. Most of us first knew him from television, starting with Mork and Mindy, and then on to films, to Good Morning Vietnam, The Dead Poets Society, Mrs. Doubtfire, and on and on.
Within these walls and bleed, or just stay with me.
If I don't say this now, I will surely break. Is I'm leaving the world I want to take. Forget the urgency, but hurry up and wait. My heart has started to separate. Oh, please, baby.
What are you not eating? It's duck rice, favourite.
Don't eat that. It's poison.
Kim? Kim?
Don't trust him. They're talking to me again. Stop it.
are not temper tantrums. You're listening to the demons inside 15-year-old Brenna Wollenberg's head. The voices she can't hide from. Telling her to hurt herself and others.
No! What is it gonna solve? Everything!
This is a child in the throes of mental illness.
Stop! Yes! No!
Psychotic episodes where evil spirits tell Brenna to kill.
When you have your own child saying to you, I am not a monster. I am not a monster, but I want to love you, but I can't because the voices won't let me.
They want her to kill the dogs. They want her to kill us. They especially want her to kill Jen.
These videos were taken before her parents had to make an agonizing decision to send her to a permanent residential treatment center.
I don't care!
Every maternal instinct tells you that this is wrong, you know, that you're dropping your child off and you're gonna leave.
I'm not gonna stay in here forever.
And Brenna is not the only one who suffers from mental illness. So does the Wollenbergs' middle child, Ailish.
I'm worrying about dying, even though I'm, 13?
She says the smiles in the pictures she takes are all an act. You think you can be happy?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's been very difficult, and I guess happiness is out there somewhere, but it's really inside yourself, my mom says. So I don't really know how to find it.
See, sadness overpowers Ailish. The first time she tried to kill herself, she was just 6. She even tried to kill her younger sister.
I just remember that I got really, really angry, and then my hands were around her neck.
I had like these bruises everywhere and all over my neck and stuff. And, I mean, it was really scary too. But I mean, I can talk about it just fine now, so.
I had lost control.
Now you may think this is an isolated case, but it's not, because just a few miles from where the Wollenbergs live, another family is struggling as well.
Jenny, don't do that, sweetie.
See, while most families would spend time together after dinner,
You ready to go?
this is where the Schofields separate for the night. Sleeping in different apartments in the same complex to protect their 3-year-old son, Bodie, from their 8-year-old daughter, Janny.
She was constantly threatening to hurt him, and she would be hitting me.
What did you want to do to Bodie when he first came?
Hit him. I'm schizophrenic.
You're what?
Schizophrenic.
What does that mean?
I see things that right there.
And some of those hallucinations are commanding, violent.
Kick Bodie.
Even as a newborn, her parents noticed something was different.
What is it that you see? Something Mommy and Daddy can't see, huh?
By 5, the visions grew. Some showing up as people, some as animals. She calls most of them numbers.
But what does AD tell you to do, sweetie?
Jump off buildings.
Jump off buildings?
The voices would also tell her to hurt herself, even her parents.
Do you like your voices?
Yeah.
Psychiatrist Mark D'Antonio runs the Child and Adolescent Psychiatric Ward at UCLA.
This is a very rare case. You're not going to go to an elementary school and see 5 kids like this.
Now, we all know kids will be kids. They can be moody, have temper tantrums, some even have imaginary friends. The question is, when is a child just being a child? And when is it something more? The doctor says tantrums, even rage, are common between 3 and 6, but hallucinations along with that are not normal.
Hi, kitty, 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 kitty.
As for imaginary friends, he said they should go away by 7 or 8.
Is there any voice you wish would really go away forever?
100.
If not, you may want to talk to a doctor.
I think I always knew that I was a little different.
I want people to understand that this is not bad parenting. This is not bad behavior. This is a mental illness.
They're now